But you know what isn't great? A sore neck and an aching back after working from home all day, and a lot of us are in this situation right now. So Stacy is here to show us how to make sitting in your home office for hours not such a pain in the neck. I'm feeling it. I'm in this chair 3 hours a day. So Stacy, I imagine this is going to help a lot of people who are home right now working from home. But before we even start, let's explain what ergonomic really means.
It's a great question, and this is really just a big problem right now. So ergonomics is, when you just look at kind of a loose definition, what I love about it is it's about your wellness. So it's about using your environment to increase your overall wellness. When we're talking about a home office, we're thinking about things like the furniture, the computers, how it's all placed together to make you feel a bit better. Well, you said you've been sitting about 3 hours a day, and have you just noticed that you're feeling some aches and pains and things like that from all this sitting?
Absolutely. I had a fall earlier in the year, never went to the chiropractor because of COVID, and now every time I sit or drive, I'm feeling it on the right side of my body, the hip, my hamstring. So yeah, I'm feeling it.
It's so difficult right now to manage, first of all, our home office, and then the interruptions with kids coming in, the fact that our kitchen is generally right next door to our office. We're constantly being distracted, and I'm also finding that I just don't get the breaks and the downtime that I used to. And really, it doesn't matter how fit you were prior to this. It is just the culmination of the sitting, and it's causing a lot of tension in our neck. It's causing tension in our low back. And again, we're not having to walk to work. We're not going to the subways. We're not doing all those things. So the hours sitting really build up, kind of what you were talking about. So let's look at my station here, and let's just see how do we make it as good as we possibly can. So I've been doing mostly Zoom meetings and a few consultations with virtual healthcare, but I have to say I'm very lucky. I don't have tons of hours. So my setup here is not ideal, okay, because my keyboard, I'm using a laptop. That's a little bit, too low. If I was spending 8 hours a day at my desk, what I would do is I would get my keyboard up here so that my head is in a straight line with the computer screen, and then I would just purchase one of those trays that goes underneath the table. And so then we want our wrists to be in a straight line from the keyboard, and we want our feet to be flat on the ground and kind of sitting at a 90-degree angle. The other key thing is to move around and change positions. So I'm going to show you an option for that right now. We all generally have couches and soft places in our homes. So this unit, it's very simple. I just picked it up. It's from Amazon. And all you need to do is you put it on your lap. It's got a pillow underneath, which is very comfortable. And this just kind of gives you a break, a little bit of a change of position, and sometimes you want to sit on something that's a bit softer. The downside of things that are a bit softer is that we tend to go into flexion in our spine, but there's a quick, easy solution to that. You just get a lumbar support. This one's from Walmart, again, online, really easy. So you want that behind you so that when you're sitting in a cushioned environment, you don't sit in flexion for all that time. And it just pushes your back into a little bit of a better position, which in the long run is going to make you feel a lot better. We can also look at standing, okay? Now this is a really awesome thing to do. We want to take standing breaks, and just to keep in mind, it's a 20-minute situation. So we kind of want to change positions every 20 minutes. Here's another simple piece from Amazon where we just add that into any table, and all of a sudden I have myself a standing desk without having to do anything fancy whatsoever.
So thank you for that. Do you also have a few moves that you can show us just to help loosen up the body if we're sitting all day?
I do, and this is where we used to do this all the time. We had these resistables that we used as chairs. And again, a lot of people are building home gyms right now. They have these around. This is a perfect option to give yourself some good variety. And what I love about the ball is that it's really hard to slouch on the ball because you're going to feel like you're rolling backwards. So it's going to keep you in a very good posture. It's a little bit more active. So when we're on the ball, we actually have to engage our abdominals. We have to be working our core a little bit. And you know, while we're working, we have the ability to add a little bit more movement, which is fantastic, and that's going to get some blood flow going to our brain, and that overall is going to make us feel a bit better. I want you to make sure to take some breaks where you can stretch a little bit, stretch your shoulders out, roll the shoulders back as much as you can. That really is the key to this, is moving around, changing postures. Don't sit in one spot for 8 hours or you will pay the price, which we've all felt during this time. It's challenging.